Prices for luxe Swiss watches from Rolex, Patek Philippe, and AP are approaching a 2-year low on secondary markets, according to the Bloomberg Sub-Dial Watch Index. The index, which tracks the 50 most traded pre-owned luxury watches by average price, is down nearly 18% in the past 12 months and down 11% in the past 24 months after reaching record highs in early 2022 during the pandemic spending surge. Now, owing to slowing consumer spending on luxury products, Swiss watchmakers are left with a classic supply and demand problem. Too many watches and too few people who want to buy them. In today's market, cheap Rolex watches are typically between $6,000 to $11,000 or less. While several $1,000s is by no means cheap, it's still on the more affordable end of the luxury watch spectrum, especially considering that other brands like Patek have an entry point of at least $20,000. However, we have selected 5 Rolex models that could be yours for less than their official retail price. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe. Rolex GMT Master, Refboard 1267715 CHNR. This modern root beer is a stunner of a watch that was introduced in 2018. It was actually the first Everose Rolex GMT Master ever produced. This watch features a 40mm rose gold case that is 12.3 mm thick, 48 mm long, and 20 mm between the lugs. The bezel has a black and brown Cerachrome insert, the modernized version of the brown and gold root beer bezel inserts of decades past. The watch comes on a brushed Everose oyster bracelet with polished center links and a beautifully executed clasp to finish the look. Topping the black dial are rose gold markers and hands, including a rose gold GMT hand. Rolex equips the watch with its caliber 3285. The modern automatic GMT movement operates at 28,800 VPH and has a 70-hour power reserve. This is a stunning piece, and when looking for a gold GMT, this would be a great pick. You can get a pre-owned one starting at roughly around $15,000 to $17,000. Rolex Explorer 36 reference 124273. Something about the iconic Explorer looks with the combination of steel and gold just doesn't add up for me. Having said that, there are plenty of people who really dig this watch. Rolex introduced the Steel and Gold Explorer in 2021. It was one of the few Rolex models that wasn't previously available in roll-saw. The two-tone Explorers features a 36mm case that is 11.5 mm thick, 45.5 mm long, and 20 mm between the lugs. It gives you the familiar, iconic looks of the Explorer, including its perfectly balanced black 369 dial. The watch comes on an oyster bracelet in steel with polished yellow gold center links. Inside the case, Rolex uses its caliber 3230. This automatic movement provides 70 hours of power reserve. The list price of this watch is $14,500. However, a quick scan of Chrono 24 shows that you can get a pre-owned version starting at roughly $9,500, with a new version starting at just over $11,000. That's well under its retail price. Rolex Yachtmaster 42, reference 226659. If you want a watch that has a bit of that popular stealth wealth appeal, how about the white gold Rolex Yachtmaster on an Oysterflex bracelet? The Yachtmaster models on the Oysterflex bracelets are some of my Rolex favorites. They combine a precious metal case with black rubber for a great look. Next to the 40mm rose gold version and the newly introduced 42mm yellow gold model, this 42mm white gold variant is perfect proof of the brilliant aesthetic. The white gold case measures 42mm and has a 21mm lug spacing. Rolex equips the watch with its caliber 3235, like the no-date caliber 3230 in the Explorer. As mentioned, the white gold case with its matte black bezel insert with glossy numerals is paired with a black Oysterflex bracelet that makes this a stunner. I love the dial design with the oversized white gold markers. It feels very nice, especially knowing that this is a 42mm model. The retail price is around $38,000, but you can get a pre-owned one starting at roughly $28,000 and a new one for around $30,000. Rolex Day Date 40 reference 228239 staying with white gold Rolexes. Have you ever thought of buying a day date? While the 36mm day date in yellow gold would be the way to go for me, I do have a giant soft spot for the 40mm model in white gold. It is less flashy than a yellow gold version, and it also has several spectacular dials to choose from. Two regular dial options for the white gold day date 40 that immediately stand out are the green and blue dials. The green version is an absolute beauty. Just as a reminder, this watch has a 40mm white gold case that is 12mm thick and 47.4mm long with a 21mm lug spacing. This watch comes on the majestic President bracelet that finishes the impressive looks perfectly. You can get your hands on a pre-owned example with a blue dial starting at roughly $45,000, while a new version would start at $47,000. The retail price of this watch is around $52,000. Rolex Submariner Date. The last watch on our top 5 list is my absolute favorite. A two-tone sub is better than a stainless steel one. I do have a great love for full gold submariners. The absolute best one for me is the white gold Submariner Date, reference 126619 with a black dial and blue bezel insert. In my opinion, that combo is magic, and together with white gold, it creates an almost misleading aesthetic that oozes class, while maintaining those iconic tool watch looks of the Submariner. This watch replaced the reference 116619 Smurf in 2020 and looks even better. Its white gold case measures 41mm wide, 12.3mm thick, 48.2mm from tip to tip, and 21mm between the lugs. Like the previously mentioned Yachtmaster, it houses the Rolex caliber 3235 with the same specs. The watch features a beautiful white gold oyster bracelet with polished center links contrasting the brushed outer links. When it comes to prices, the retail is currently $50,000. However, if you decide to go pre-owned, you can get it starting at roughly $30,000. A new grey market version will start at roughly $35,000. This makes finding this stunning version of the Submariner under its list price not too hard at all. While it's still impossible to find any current stainless steel Rolex sports model under its retail price, there are quite a few gold and steel and gold models that are. I realize that 4 of the 5 watches featured today have serious price tags, even pre-owned. But overall, it's been a nice exercise to see where the prices have dropped below the RRP. Except for the two-tone Explorer, I think all of these are amazing watches that I wouldn't have guessed would dip below their retail prices. In particular, the Everose GMT Master and the white gold Submariner were nice surprises, as they are such stunning pieces. But I'm sure there are more options out there that you guys will love. So let us know in the comments section which of the current Rolex models that you can buy under retail is your favorite.